called the 10,000 Things of the World. No offense, but I thought this was the 4th year of the 2nd decade of the new century. You have to look at us and see ancient Romans, am I right? On their way to the gladiator rings. Too distracted as always to notice that blood we spill is our blood on our red-stained sand. All this happy talk we used to use sparingly, suspiciously. As for me, I sent my heart out on the road like a detective in search for shadow histories, for some place where the truth lies less crowded, where if it weren't for endless whispers of abandoned eulogies, this place would be quiet. So, I took my heart to the Workforce Commission to help complete their endless chores, to help martyr itself and drive forklifts and pack boxes. My heart wanted to make every warehouse proud. It wanted goggles and gloves and to walk up a staircase without any structural defects. But those requests hung like incomplete paintings. I stood by my heart in the unemployment line. They surprised us with a check for our memory, and having only worked 1 full season of sorrow, immediately my heart wanted to visit a casino. I advised it how best to act in case this were all a mirage. Last month, we were evicted. This is our rent poem. They said the world is hemorrhaging bigger headlines elsewhere, so I packed my heart and I sent it to war. My heart wore heavy boots and took short footsteps. My heart was a soldier at siege that didn't want to kill anyone, but it learned weaponry. It learned we have 10 aircraft carrier to everyone else's none. It was a linguist. Ulcers grew in it and burst, so he returned home, my heart. And it was like a used black suit with cobweb pinstripes, an insomniac. It had dreams that no one dared to interpret. So, my heart enrolled in community college. It earned and carried books back and forth on its back like coffins. It took out loans just so that it could have a murmur in its mind. My heart got into politics. Some days are for poetry, my heart said, and some days are made for fists. It went to the protests to spit on pavement and get itself arrested. I accepted the collect calls and I told my heart I would bail it out only if it decided to settle down and get back to the real job of discovering what this world was all about. So my heart went into business. It struck it rich. It owned mansions, became famous. Every desire met. It preened and lived apart from the rest of the world like a ghost population. Then came debt and miscalculation, trials. My heart walked around like the young, shaven-headed women of Germany, unwilling collaborators of something. My heart slept under bridges. My heart heard voices. My heart collected tin cans to buy anything it might mistake for happiness. It dreamt of soft, dark movie houses. I went searching and couldn't find it. What was left? Just my petrified chest, my radioactive garden of language. Years passed with any sign, without any rumor or pulse. My heart ended up in a hospital where the soft noon light of X-ray machines shone like mirrors in windows. It was weak. It gave only hermit glances. I asked. I said, now that I finally found you here, where do you want to go now? It didn't answer. I said, heart, I sent you everywhere. I made you all I could. You were to be a detective of life to find answers. Still, unreflective as stone, I begged, heart, this isn't a game. You were a carnival of creatures, of different fluttering beings. Heart, you've seen the 10,000 things of the world and what they had to offer. I want to know which one you think was best. It said nothing. It closed its eyes. I closed my eyes. My heart pointed to its chest, which was also my chest. And I turned around and around myself, forever rethinking that question.